What's up, guys? Here is the new studio. Seth put my name on put my face on a $100 bill, which is incredible. Listen, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. The jobs numbers were out of this world. Who knows? Maybe the restaurants are back. I want to talk about some Apple stuff. Man, we have so much to talk about. Of course, it's software launch day. Let's do it. All right, guys, let's do it. Bogdan likes it. So, yeah, sounds working. Let's do it, man. So we have, where's my thingy? Get here. There we go. So today we have the jobs numbers come out, and we got it working. It's coming. So we got the jobs numbers coming out, 576,000 jobs, and the unexpected number was 700,000. So let's just get into the stories here. I was shocked when I saw this number. So we have plunged back to, we're almost getting back to those. The Great Recession, the high was 665,000 jobs. Now we have 76,000 jobs. This is crazy. And the expected, going back to last week, we had 760,000 jobs or so. So, hey, this is great. Now, with this, I know there's been a lot of talk about opening back up, and especially Jerome Powell. He was saying that he doesn't want to have. He was worried about opening back up too quickly, and then all of a sudden, numbers spike again. All right, I get the concern, but with all the vaccines that we're coming out with, we're going to talk about a little bit about the vaccines and the blood clots and everything. I think when we start seeing this kind of recovery, and the vaccine is rolling out and this and that, we need to continue moving forward with this instead of delaying something. This is a massive drop. It's incredible. Now, the continuing claims are about the same. Actually, they've increased a little bit. So I'm actually really anxious to see, what's today's date? Today's the 15th, of course, because the software comes out today. I'm excited to see the jobs, the true unemployment number at the end of this month. That is going to be something that's very telling. I just want to make sure I didn't highlight anything else in here, and I did not. So, guys, good news out there. And like I said, if we get restaurants opening back up, and not just opening back up, if we get restaurants that are opening new restaurants and replacing the ones that went under, this number could explode pretty soon. So, let's talk about, what should we talk about next? You know what? Let's talk about the vaccine stuff. So Johnson & Johnson obviously came out on Tuesday, and they dropped a little bit in price, and this is from the Politico. They had their issues with the blood clotting. So I started doing a little bit of digging. There were 6 out of 6.8 million patients that had blood clots, and 2 of them, they were all women between the ages of 18 and 48, I believe. So you guys hear 6 out of 6.8 million, and it's a small number, but when we're talking in the drug industry and the FDA and stuff, that is a huge number. We can't take risks like that. Now, the good thing, and what they have deduced this to, which I think they've done a phenomenal job in such a short amount of time, is that they found out that it is ages of, let me get my little pencil thingy. Women ages of 18 to 48. Let's see here. So the CDC has, to me and you, we look at it from our perspective saying, okay, why don't we just not give it to women between the ages of 18 and 48 and just make it gender specific? The problem is the science isn't there to know, does it only affect them? So I do understand the caution that the FDA is taking. And of course, the benefit to the J&J is that it's a one-dose thing, one-dose shot. And more importantly, its storage is extremely easy. You don't have to do this negative, insane temperature, whatever it is with Moderna and whatever you call it. Mention the where. Yes, I will. Actually, you know what? Before I continue with this, Seth makes a great point. Yesterday at Crossroads Group, I went to lunch with Mikey. He's the CEO of the company. It's Paul's brother. And they were doing interviews for warehouse work. And going back to the jobs number that I was talking about, there were 12 people that went in there and were being interviewed for jobs. So people do want to work. And I think that actually shows right in the jobs number that came out this week. People do want to go back to work. I have heard the stories about the people that are collecting more money on sitting on unemployment than they would having a job. But I do think that it gets to the point, it's human nature. You want to work and you want to contribute and want to take care of yourself and take care of your family. So I think we're probably turning that corner. Additionally, how if you're 30 years old, 35 years old, 40 years old, how to sit at home and do nothing probably gets a little bit boring. But I think that's an important thing to mention. Paul wanted me to mention that today, and Seth, thank you for reminding me. People do want to go back to work. One job they're looking to employ at Crossroads in the warehouse for their vanities and lighting, which you guys get discounts to if you're patrons. And they had 12 people show up for the interview, which is phenomenal. So back to this story. Something else that we were talking about with this. If you look at the patients of, this is from Janssen. Janssen's a subsidiary of Johnson & Johnson. So it's the women have developed the clots known as cerebral venous sinus thrombosis. Okay. 4 of those women had low platelet counts previously to getting the vaccination. 3 of those patients had other blockages, including their abdominal portal vein. So there's pre-existing conditions. I don't know if we can completely say that this is just women between the ages of 18 and 48. Of course, we need to dig deeper, and I trust what the FDA is doing with this, and of course, we'll leave it to them. But their caution that they're doing right now, I do agree with everything that they're doing. It was good to, when I talk about this deducing process, they go right here and they say that none of the women were pregnant, none of them were taking oral contraceptives. So this is kind of how they get to the bottom of what's happening. So that is J&J. Now let's go over to the Moderna and Pfizer. Now, there's blood clots happening here too, and nobody's really talking about it anymore. So, and it's actually more prevalent in these cases. According to the study, 4 in 1 million people are experiencing the clots getting Pfizer, and 5 in 1 from Moderna. And if you look at J&J, it's actually way less because they're 6 out of 6.8 million, I think. So it's a lot of a lower number, but this is kind of I'm not saying it's an issue. When you do there's a reason that drugs and vaccines take 5 to 10 years to come out. It's just because we have to test them and get on that. Now, of course, we had a pandemic come through, so it's a little bit more urgent to push things through. Unfortunately, you're going to find things out along the way like this. That's just what's going to happen. So hopefully it doesn't get too bad out there. We just need to focus on, the FDA needs to just focus on things. These drug companies will improve this. The scary part about these blood clots is you can go right in there and you can take heparin. Heparin's a blood thinner and it just prevents clots. And heparin is actually making these cases worse. Something is happening with the reaction that it's making the cases worse. So it is what it is. I'm not worried. FDA is going to figure it out. FDA always figures it out. As much as I'm not a huge government intervention fan, I think the FDA is an excellent organization for the purpose that they serve. So let's move on. I announced yesterday that GSK is up 7% pre-market. Tell me why. The FDA has a motive against J&J. Yeah, maybe. You're not going to take down J&J. Actually, I don't think the FDA has a motive against J&J. The government's paying for all of this. J&J is not collecting a dime. That's why on the other day, I was a little annoyed that the fact that J&J's dropped 2.5-3% that day, because they're doing all this for free. They're not collecting a profit. The only way that this Johnson & Johnson vaccine affects them is they said when the pandemic is over. I don't know how they deem that, but when the pandemic is over, that's when they're going to start collecting a profit from things. So it's going to reduce the profit. It's basically cream on top. It just doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. Let's go to earnings. Only thing I want to mention here, guys, earnings season starts today, April 15th. The big banks reported. All of the big banks, from what I read in this article, I didn't go to individual stocks, did extremely well. No surprise, interest rates are basically nothing. I just did a loan through Bank of America for a pretty good amount of money for a 30-year fixed loan, and I got 2.75%. That's just nuts. So of course the banks are doing well. People have money to spend. Go get them, banks. Have fun. All right, jobs, earnings, vaccine talk. Okay, I guess we can talk about Coinbase. I didn't really want to talk about this, but I was like, you know what? I probably have to. So I've been talking to somebody a lot about this cryptocurrency stuff. I don't really understand it, as you guys know. I don't really have an interest in it, but I'm getting a little bit more curious about it just because it's getting so prevalent. This article is pretty good because they did an interview with the CEO of Coinbase, and his honesty was just insane to me. Like, I couldn't believe it. So obviously this Coinbase thing went IPO yesterday. There's speculation that it's going to be worth $100 billion. I don't know what it's worth right now. I saw that price skyrocket up, skyrocket down, and I don't know where it is right now. I'm not really too concerned about the stock price. I'm not going to be investing in this. If you guys want to invest in this, do it on a 15-minute chart and you will probably make money. So the CEO right here, he said that Coinbase is worth closer to $5 billion to $10 billion opposed to the $100 billion that people are saying. Look, this is a brokerage industry. It's not new. Coinbase is not reinventing the wheel in any way. They're just trading a new product. There's no reason that the New York Stock Exchange or NASDAQ could not potentially get into crypto. All right, so that's what we're saying. He also points out there's several red flags, including the inevitability of competitors. Everybody's going to come and start doing this, especially with the SPACs. I'm sure A-Rod will have one within the next 6 months. And then, of course, he said the government interference. So I'm just shocked of how honest this guy was about what can happen with that coin thing. So, yeah, pretty neat. Now, this story I want to talk about Deliveroo. I really like this story because, and maybe some of you from the UK can tell me about this Deliveroo thing. Oh, Meet Kevin says coin is a buy. All right. I think I'm just going to go and buy a lot of it because Meet Kevin told me to. Actually, I think I may have been reading in the Bid and Ask Nation. No. It was Kathy Wood. Kathy Wood went in there and she sold Tesla to buy Coinbase. So this is just, Kathy Wood is a big fan. Yeah, exactly. So, hearing the name Kathy Wood like makes me lose my train of thought. I just cannot even she's just such a dumb person. She's not even dumb. She's a very good marketer. She's almost like a Dave Portnoy. She's just extremely good at branding herself, and she just has a lot more money than Dave Portnoy, I guess. I don't know. At least Dave Portnoy's funny. All right. Deliveroo. So I talked about this a couple weeks ago. And is this delivery on bikes? I don't know. But this company, the reason that they were in the news is because they went IPO. They were SPAC? I don't know. All right. They came out and the price dropped on them. And everybody got so upset because of the mispricing or whatever. The bank allowed, just because one IPO didn't work out, we're saying that it's IPOs. Now we have to go investigate. Maybe you just mispriced it, like you pretty much mispriced everything except the little minions out there going to run up the price on everything. Just because people like Kathy Wood go out and buy things and send it through the roof doesn't mean that it's a good thing, or just doesn't mean it's a good thing. So that's really all I had to say about this. I just wanted to say something like that. Let's see. And then where's my favorite story? Actually, my favorite story I didn't pull up, but my favorite story, if anybody is in the Bid and Ask Nation, you know how I love my iPads. The Apple has come out with an iPad, and I guess the next Tuesday they have an announcement, so we'll see if it happens. Last one, Bernie Madoff died yesterday. Biggest Ponzi scheme in American history, $65 billion. He screwed a lot of people. Let's see here. I zoomed in on this a lot. Okay, if anybody is interested in this is a phenomenal book, The Wizard of Lies, Bernie Madoff and the Death of Trust. Excellent book. Just excellent. So, all right, give me your stocks. Let's do them, and we will go from there. What do we have? Let's do mine first while you guys start sending them in. I don't know how to say your same. Bavik, you're the one person that's complaining right now, so I don't think that's very valid. Amgen. Coming up through the sweet spot very nicely. I like it. still, we're in this. I mean, we bought it right here, so we're just kind of sitting there. It's consolidating sideways, no big deal. Eventually, we're going to get engulfing candlesticks to break out. Guys, as long as your trend is fine, you're Gucci. Next, let's do BJ's. What is BJ's doing? Okay, BJ's. Hold on. Let's see here. Yeah, so when we... Yeah, he's not talking about stocks. You do realize I'm talking to you, right? We're communicating with each other. Let's see. Why is this not working? All right, well, let's go over here then. We can do it from this chart. All right. BJ's. So BJ's, this stochastic's messed up. I know that we're coming up through the sweet spot nicely. Guys, all we have to do, we bought this thing back in, I think I added right here and right here. So all we got to do is just break out. It's just consolidating, hanging over that 25-day moving average. Really no big deal. And yeah, this is gonna be a fine stock. So Apple coughed yesterday, but still in the sweet spot. Yeah, Apple is doing okay. It's going to be just fine. I want these charts back. Let's see if I can get these things. All right, give me 1 second. But yeah, Apple's going to be absolutely fine. They are... Listen, Apple's gonna do, like I told the Bid and Ask Nation, what's going to happen with Apple is they are short covering right now. So depending on how you want to play this thing, you're going to have to just be patient with it. And when it gets to that 140 to 145 range, that's when I would start considering getting rid of your shares, because Apple is going to run up there. It's not like a Microsoft. Microsoft right now is just breaking out and it's making new highs. So I think I have some kind of server problem going on here. All right, we're just going to use Schwab the rest of the time. So let's look at Apple and see what we got. So yeah, you can see Apple's breaking out very nicely. It's over all of its major moving averages, and it had a little bit of a pullback yesterday. That's really no big deal. Just let it break out, and you're going to be fine with Apple. So let's do another one. Qualcomm. Let's see, Qualcomm. Qualcomm's a good one. Qualcomm is a one that we threw a tracker share on, but I know it's not ready to go. So with Qualcomm, you're going to have to see some kind of trajectory. You need to get good engulfing candlesticks. And honestly, guys, I think I've said this before because we've been watching this one for maybe a month. Dads with a Purpose can tell me that how long we've been doing this for. But Kathy Wood hacked Mo. It's a good question about the Chrome. It's not going to work. I know it's the server that's down, so this happens. They're probably doing some kind of software update right now, so it happens. So I think on whatever the stock is, Qualcomm, I think we need to get engulfing candlesticks like this and break out over this 100-day moving average. That's the only way that we're going to get this thing moving in the right direction. Just be patient. He did jump the gun on Qualcomm. So there's a lot of people that did that. They jumped the gun on Walmart. Guys, you have to remember, buy high, sell higher. I know it's very difficult to do because you see the price kind of move up on you one day and you're like, yes, I can grab this thing when it's at, say, 30% or something on your long-term stochastic. 32%, we picked 32% for a reason. There's a method to the madness. And unfortunately, you're going to miss out on some upside sometimes. When it comes to the tracker shares, of course you're going to have big gains. I've seen a lot of people saying, I'm up 10% on my tracker share, this and that. Well, yeah, you're up 10% on your tracker share, but how long has that taken you? It's probably taken you 30 plus days to be up 10%. Why wouldn't you go in and grab something with confidence and be up 5 to 7% in a 10-day period? To me, I mean, that's just my logic. I would rather do that than go through the headache of being up and down and worrying about what's going to happen next. So with Walmart, we bought Walmart right in here, And I'm not worried about it. We crossed that 200-day moving average. That's why I really liked it, this orange line. We went right over it. Now, we're going to face resistance. That's what we're doing. We're just, let me use yellow. It's just a little easier for you guys to see. Just like that, we're just consolidating. All I want to do is just push up through this 100-day moving average, which is this turquoise line. As soon as we get through that, it's going to be perfectly fine. Cash didn't jump the gun. Good boy. So, yeah, we're gonna be fine on Walmart. Just be patient, and everything will work out. VALE. What is this VALE that everybody keeps telling me about? What is this? All right. So, VALE. All right, I like that we are... This is a daily chart. So, if you want to do a swing trade here, you certainly can. And hey, I mean, what time is it right now? 22. So this was yesterday. This was good. If you added to this yesterday, good job. Who am I seeing? Did anybody do anything with this? Gil, no, we didn't jump the gun on Amgen or BJ's. Yeah, this thing has a great trajectory going up, great volume coming in, good candlestick. If you get another one like this today, go ahead and add to it. Keep going. I love that you're overall for your major moving averages. This is great. Now remember, you're getting into that overbought range on the daily chart, so just be patient and use stops, put stops in place. Oh, right now, I actually just noticed this. Right now, VALE is up 2.5% pre-market. So, SND. I got you, Jay. SND. Let's see here. Okay. So, SND. I'm going to go from swing trade perspective for this one. I like that we're coming up nicely. That's great. With the only thing I don't like, Jay, look at this. If you just kind of just draw a trajectory down, look at how over the last month the volume has just decelerated on you. You've had your dips and rebounds, but overall you can just kind of see how it's just decelerated. I don't know. I would want to see a little bit more consistent volume, but even if you look over the past however long, what is this, 30, how many periods is 198 days. This is very inconsistent volume. The only way that you can do anything big in here is if you get over these 50 and 25-day moving averages like that. Yeah, I don't know. And it's also $2.50 stock. Your volume kind of sucks. Let me look at these average volume bars. So I like to trade candles that are, I like to trade stocks that have an average volume over 1 million shares traded per day. I'm not seeing that here. I mean, yesterday was 164,000 shares traded per day. What was this big day? This big day was 1.8 million trades. So, not loving it. Yeah, just not loving it as far as that goes. All right, let's do Tesla. Tesla is something that I know a lot of people got in. What's our price here? Ooh, this thing dropped a little bit. I remember on Tuesday this was 756. 760. All right, so it's hanging above its moving averages. It's 50 and it's hanging above all of its 50, 100, and 25. So the good news is that it's way over its 200-day moving average. Hey, if you're in Tesla, on a long-term chart, it's looking good. On a swing trading chart, the benefit you have right now is that it's just sitting right here at these moving averages. So you're fine. Hopefully you get some volume in there and make this thing move. Man, anything can make Tesla move. That is the big thing about Tesla is you can get news that they're buying Bitcoin. Hey, maybe they'll go out and buy that Coinbase thing. SND is a GameStop. I don't know what that means. All right. What's your take on Merck? Hey Mo, when is low volume an issue? So, good question. Low volume, I don't like low volume just because, let me use an example. So if you have, I'm going to take penny stocks into example. Actually, let's use the stock that Jay just said. It has an average, let's say an average volume of 300,000 shares traded per day, and it's $2.50. Somebody with a lot of money can go in there and buy 200,000 shares very easily on that day, causing this. They move the stock that day, causing that big increase in price. Now, and then the stock runs up, everybody's happy, this and that. Just as easily, you can have that same person go in there and sell their 200,000 shares or whatever number I said. You can do that. All of a sudden, you get a big drop in price, and that's why I don't like trading those kind of stocks. Just because one person or a couple people, if they're working together, can swing the price of that stock. I don't like that. That's the reason that I don't like low volume. Guys, smash a like button, please. And remember, today is software day, 3 o'clock Eastern time, so a little less than 6 hours from now. We're going to do the live stream, and then we're going to drop the software. I cannot wait. Elon Musk can make a tweet that is low volume a red flag? Yeah, low volume is, I don't say it's a red flag. I just say be very careful when you're trading it. Alrighty. NVDA. I think I'm going to do hedge funds. Yeah, hedge funds can do it. I don't know if hedge funds will be that focused on everything, but they can be. All right, so NVIDIA, daily chart, swing trade perspective. Overall major moving averages, man, look at that climb. I know a lot of Bid and Ask Nation members have gotten in there. And guys, if you're not in the Bid and Ask Nation and you like this and you want to trade and make money, join the Bid and Ask Nation. Learn to trade with me. Obviously, you get all the software for free from Everything Money. You get full access to me. You get, yes, Paul, that is a $100 bill behind me. And it's awesome. Just join the Bid and Ask Nation. You can come make money. And on Fridays, not tomorrow, but the next couple Fridays, I'm going to start doing reviews of people in the Bid and Ask Nation that have made money. And we're going to just kind of do a week in review, what people have done. And then we're going to go on and I'm going to just show you how they made money. So I'm going to kind of teach how they decided to make money or how they learned to make money on their individual trades. So NVIDIA right now, it's doing a little, right now it's up pre-market. So that's good. Let's see what happens when the market opens in 2 minutes. But I do not like that our trend is turning down on a daily chart. Remember, this is for swing traders right now. But I do think that when you pull down here to this 50-day moving average, if you pull down to this 50-day moving average, you will be okay. But even if you draw a line across right here, right where it's sitting at $611, that's a good support line. I'm not too worried about NVIDIA. If you're in this, I think you're going to keep doing fine. It's a good-looking stock, good company. They're going to be doing a lot of things. So, yes. Let's see here. Uncle Paul and Hizzy. Uncle Jerome Powell made, yeah, that's a good one. Jerome Powell loves me so much because I speak so nicely of him. Alrighty. Man. Oh, Hosean's in here. Nice. Let's see. TG, I miss your Musk. Alright. There's just so much love in here and no more stocks. mRNA. Oh, you want to do Moderna? Okay. mRNA. Yeah, guys, set the studio up with this backdrop and this lighting, and it's sick, that's for sure. All right, Moderna. So I'm assuming that this little pullback in price is based on the news of the clotting issues that they're having, and but we're having a nice uptrend going on. We are overall 4 major moving averages. Man, there's so many stocks in this market that are over all 4 of their moving averages. I'm just shocked. The market's now open. We're going to take a look. Oh, yeah, of course, everything's positive right now, so great. Hey, if Moderna makes an engulfing candlestick breaking out like this, go for it. You're going to face some resistance up here at this 185 area, maybe 180. But you should be good. It's looking pretty decent. I like it. All right, I will do one more stock. If somebody gives me a good one, I will do one more. That dollar bill. The dollar bill is sweet. I actually have one to my right also. Let's see. Robo, DD, up, Zen. All right, somebody give me one I really want to look at. That was the goal, Omar. All right, let's do Facebook. Buy the dip or wait. You know, I love buying dips. Not. All right, let's see. What is going on? All right, Facebook. So we're getting a little bit of a pullback on Facebook on a swing chart. So it's coming down. Hey guys, if you want to do, I mean, if you're a good swing trader and you're out there, like for example, Bogdan's in the chat. If Bogdan were doing something right now and he wanted to go short on this, I would say go for it because he's getting a nice downtrend, pretty decent selling volume the last 2 days. Yesterday would have been a good add to the short, and I do think that you'll be able to come down to this 25-day moving average. So that's about, what's it at, 305? Yeah, so you can make some money coming down. You can make about $10 if you get these let me use pink. If you get these candlesticks coming down like so. So if you're experienced, you can do something like this. Again, Facebook is one of those stocks. I always say, like, don't worry about the news and what the company is, this and that. I'm exaggerating a little bit. When you're trading things like Facebook, Tesla, just put stops in place because those are stocks that move quickly based on news. I mean, this is a very politicized stock just because they're always in antitrust agreements and they're going to Congress and this and that. So that's when you just kind of need to know a little bit. But yeah, so guys, smash the like button on your way out. This has been great. I love the new studio. I love doing this from home. I will be back tomorrow. And frankly, I'll be back every morning, Monday through Friday. So this is good. And we're going to do more stocks tomorrow. Larry, hit me up with Lulu tomorrow. We'll do that one. Do not forget, guys, the software comes out this afternoon at 3 p.m. if you're a patron. If you're not a patron, get into the Patreon. Join the Patreon. Any one of the levels, you get access to the software. And at 3 p.m., the price of Patreon is going up, and it's going up a substantial percentage increase. So get in now. You're locked into that price forever, no matter which tier you choose. And if you choose the Bid and Ask Nation tier, you get access to me, all of charting, this and that. I'll make short videos, and it's wonderful. So you guys have a great day. I will see you at 1 o'clock Eastern time for the live stream. Peace.